For half a century, we lived inside a miracle. A silent, invisible system that could deliver anything you desired, from anywhere on Earth, for a price that felt impossible. It was the art of making the entire planet a single, efficient machine. A machine that promised endless growth and connected us all. And then, in the blink of an eye, it broke. This is the forensic investigation of how. To understand how it all fell apart, we first have to examine the evidence of how this perfect system was built. The investigation begins with a single clue, a time before our modern world. Loading a ship was a logistical nightmare. It took weeks. The global economy moved at a human pace. And then came Exhibit A, the box, the standardized shipping container. Suddenly, the world could be packed, stacked, and shipped. It was more than an invention. It was a revolution. But the box gave birth to an even more powerful idea, a dangerous ideology. Exhibit B, just in time. The philosophy was simple. Why build a warehouse when the ocean itself could be your warehouse? Parts would arrive at factories just in time to be used. The system was a marvel of efficiency. Every ship was full. Every factory was lean. Every dollar was squeezed. The global economy was a masterpiece, balanced on a tightrope. But no one ever thought to build a safety net. For decades, the world walked the tightrope flawlessly. And then came the event that wasn't the cause, but the catalyst. The single gust of wind that would reveal the system's fatal flaw. When the pandemic hit, the machine stopped. But then an unexpected thing happened. Locked in our homes, we started buying things. Demand didn't just return, it exploded. In logistics, this is called the bullwhip effect. A small change at the consumer end creates a massive, chaotic wave at the production end. The machine wasn't designed to stop and start. It was designed to run, and the system began to tear itself apart. Here is where our investigation uncovers the next clue: gridlock. There were too many ships, not enough ports, not enough trucks, not enough people. The containers, the very invention that enabled the system, were suddenly in all the wrong places. And then came the perfect metaphor, a single point of failure, the Suez Canal blockage. For 6 days, one ship held nearly 15% of global trade hostage. It was a stark visual reminder. Our vast, complex world was utterly dependent on a few fragile choke points. The evidence was now overwhelming. The system wasn't just strained, it was fundamentally broken. The cracks that had been ignored for decades were finally shattering the entire structure.
So, what is the final verdict of this investigation? The global supply chain wasn't the victim of a single disaster. Its collapse was inevitable. because for 50 years we had made a choice. We built a world that worshipped efficiency and forgot to value resilience. We built a system that could handle perfection, but not chaos. A system that could handle just in time, but not just in case. That is the Epiphany. And that realization is now forcing the world to rebuild, not to abandon efficiency, but to evolve it. The machine is being rewired. Production is moving closer to home. Companies are trading the vulnerabilities of a single global factory for the security of many regional ones. And it's being upgraded with a new brain. AI is now predicting bottlenecks before they happen. Automation is making ports more robust. The goal is no longer just speed, it's intelligence. We are at the dawn of a new era, an era that understands that being resilient is not the opposite of being efficient. It is the highest form of it. The art of understanding these complex systems is the first step to making them better.
If you believe that the answer to a better future lies in understanding how our world truly works, subscribe to Epiphium for our next investigation.